Mr. Botha, the owner of the flat where Sakila stays, wants to build a fire pit in the backyard. He searched on the internet and got the idea as indicated on Annexure B. Use Annexure B to answer the questions that follow. Annexure B is a fire pit. Okay, so we have a fire pit which is circular, and that we would call that the perimeter. So what we actually given here is a straight line distance from the beginning of this circle here, the inner circle, to the end. I would call that a diameter. So this distance here, we're just going to call it a diameter. And then, so the radius is going to come from this. We're going to divide this by 2 and get the radius. The hole for the fire pit must be 4 feet wide. So basically, this hole, so this how wide it is from here to here and from to there, which is the diameter, will be 4 feet. And then it's 12 inches deep. They've given us a number of conversion factors. 1 foot is equal to, and 1 inch is equal to, and 1 gallon. So 1 foot and 1 inch can be converted to centimeters using this, and 1 gallon can be converted to liters. And then it says, determine the radius of the fire pit in centimeters. So the first question, they are asking us to calculate the radius, right there, the radius. Remember, this distance from the beginning here, going straight through the center to the end there, or you can come this way and they say this distance from the beginning here, going through the center that way, they said it's 4 feet. Now the distance from the beginning to the end, going through the center, is called a diameter. So the radius is half of the diameter. So that would be from the center going right to the end, right? So it's 4 feet divided by 2 will give you the radius. The diameter, which is 4 feet. So we're going to divide this by 2 and get the radius. So the radius is going to be 2 feet, right? And then what we're going to do is then convert the radius to centimeters, because it says there in centimeters. So we're going to go there. What can assist us here? If you look here, it says 1 foot is equal to 30,48 centimeters. Okay, 1 foot, we can convert feet to centimeters by saying 1 foot is equal to 30,48 centimeters. So if we use that, we say, I start with my is equal to, what do I have? I have 2 feet instead of 1 foot. And then I don't know how many centimeters. That's what I'm calculating. So 1 foot, and we multiply that by unknown, is equal to 2 feet multiplied by 30.48 centimeters. Then unknown is sitting with 1 foot. They are multiplying each other. The opposite of multiply is divide. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide by 1 foot so that that cancels that. And then I do the same on this side, 1 foot, and I go to my calculator. .96 centimeters done. Determine the volume of the fire pit in cubic centimeters. Okay, so you may use the following formula. Volume is equal to pi times radius squared times height. Okay, so I'm calculating the volume, right? So that's my unknown this time. I'm calculating the volume, and I must calculate the volume in centimeters because it needs to come out in centimeter cubed. So what I always do is, once I say I know I need to use this formula, so what I do is a volume of a cylinder is equal to pi times radius squared times height. So then the first thing I do on my formula is identify the unknown. This time I'm calculating what they are asking for, the volume, right? So I need to have my pi, I need to have my radius, and I need to have my height. Okay, and I need to have them all in centimeters so that it comes out in centimeter cubed. So what is my radius? I have the radius there. It's right there. I've already calculated it. I don't have to worry about that. Then I have the height. I'm just going to go to the drawing and find the height. Here on the drawing, just in case it wasn't written here, I would find it in the drawing. It says 12 inches, but I don't have to worry because it's right in there, 12 inches deep. So that would be the height. My height is in inches, so I cannot use that. So what I'm going to do is, since I've written the formula already, I'm just going to go to the side there and say 1 inch is equal to 2,54 centimeters. Then I'm going to say is equal to unknown. Then how many inches am I changing? 12 inches. Then I cross multiply, and then I get 1 times unknown is equal to 12 times 2,54 centimeters. Then I say divide by 1, and I get my height, which is 12 times 2,54. So it's 30,48 centimeters. There. So now I'm just going to come here and substitute. Volume is still unknown. Pi is 3,142 multiplied by a radius, which is 60,96 centimeters. And that will be squared multiplied by the height, which is 30,48 centimeters. Just to recap, even though the units of measurement were given to me in feet, the question says I must calculate in centimeter cubed. That means I have to change everything to centimeters, and then I can substitute. Then before substituting, I check my unknown, and then I make sure I don't substitute there, and then I substitute everything else in their place. So for this particular formula, I first have to say volume is equal to, write the 3,142, that's pi, multiplied by, and then I sort out the squared. Then I say 60,96 times 60,96 will give me 3716,12. 3716,1216 multiplied by 30,48 centimeters. And then I can just multiply everything now. So 3,3142. 3,355,886.128 centimeter cubed. To 2 decimal places and say 355,886.13 cubic centimeters. Right? And then we go to the next question, 4.2.3. What is the formula to calculate the boundary around the circle? Remember, I said around the circle, the distance here is called a perimeter. Okay, so because this is a circle, a perimeter of a circle is called a circumference. Choose the correct answer from the options given below. Write only the correct letter A to D next to the question number. Okay, this is a formula for volume, so that's out. This is a formula for area, so that's out. And that's not familiar. It's actually A. Circumference of a circle is equal to pi times diameter. Hence, calculate the circumference of the hole for the fire pit. Round off your answer to 3 decimal places. So we'll round off after we get the answer. Let's just worry about getting the answer. The formula for circumference is pi times diameter. You can have a formula that says 2 pi r. Circumference is equal to pi times diameter, right? So we have circumference, which is equal to 3,142 multiplied by diameter, which is, we did convert the diameter. Okay, so the diameter is 4 feet wide. And what we did there, I'm going to show you. What we did there, we converted half the diameter. So we can just take this and multiply it by 2, or we can convert again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert again 4 feet. How do you do that? You say 1 foot is equal to 30,48 centimeters. And then you say So if you look there, when we converted the radius became 60.96. So 60.96 multiplied by 2 will give you 121.92. Right, so we got it right there. Okay, so the diameter is 121.92 centimeters, and we get 3830,07264, which is, they said round off to 3 decimal places. So this is 1 decimal, means on the other side of the comma, which is 1, 2, 3, 3 decimal places, this one. So we're going to check what my next one says. So if it's 5 or above 5, this one will go up. So it'll be 383.073 centimeters. 4.2.5. A layer of 3 5-gallon buckets of lava rocks must be placed in the hole. Mr. Botha said that 2 3/4 of a 20-liter bucket is equal to 3 5-gallon buckets. All right. First of all, let's understand something. Where is my pencil? 2 3/4. What is that? 2 3/4 is 2. Let me write it with big number, as a big number. It's 2 3/4. A quarter is over 4 of a 20-liter. So he's not saying it is 20 liters. He says it's 2 3 1/4, right? 2 3 1/4 is 2 plus 3 over 4. So that will be 3 divided by 4 is 0.75. So this is 2 plus 0.75, which is equal to 2.75. I never deal with fractions. I always change fractions when I'm going to use them. Until they say don't change the fraction, I will always change the fractions. So let's find out how much is 2 2/3 of the 20-liter bucket. So we say that 2 2/3 is 2 3/4. What am I talking about? 2 3/4 is plus 3 over 4. So how do I do that? Then I say 3 divided by 4. I get 0.75. Then I say, okay, this is going to be 2 plus 0.75. Like I said before, I don't work with fractions. I prefer changing them to decimal. So this is going to be 2.75, right? So now I'm going to find out how much is 2 3/4 of 20 liter. And then what I'm going to say is, I'm going to say 20 liters multiplied by 2.75. I'm using this as if it was a percentage. And it's 20 liters multiplied by 2.75. Then I get 55 liters, right? Then I say, now I'm going to check. So I don't understand gallons. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go there where they said 3 times 5 gallons. And that gives me 15 gallons. So now they're saying, in the question they say that 5-gallon buckets, 3 5-gallon buckets of lava must be placed in the hole. But then they're saying if you use 2 3/4 of a 20-liter bucket, it will be equal to 3 5 gallons. So I'm going to check, is 15 gallons the same as 55 liters? Now let's check by converting the gallons. You can convert the liters, but I don't understand gallons. So I'm just going to move away from that by changing that. So the conversion center said 1 gallon is equal to 3.7854 liters, right? Then I say Nesma is equal to, I have 15 gallons. And I don't know how many liters. That's what I want to find out. So 1 gallon multiplied by unknown is equal to 15 gallons multiplied by 3.7854 liters, right? Then I say, I'm Unknown is multiplying 1 gallon. That'll give me 56,781 gallons, right? So the statement. So now we compare 55. Is it the same as 56? No. He said that it would be equal. He is wrong. If I say 56.781, I always do this. It's liters. Liters minus 55, I get 1,781 liters. If he uses 2 3/4 of a 20-liter bucket, he will be short by 1,781 liters of the lava, right? So that statement is not true.